beloved members of their families and communities, and their lives were most recently taken by ICE agents. Lorenzo was a dad driving a work van with his crew to the job site when he was gunned down. He had been working in Texas for 35 years, and he was in the process of trying to become a citizen. He was not under investigation and was not a suspect. Two of the men in his van remained detained without a writ of habeas corpus. There was a third man in the van who was his brother. They did not keep him in the detention center or concentration camp, but the other two they did. Johan was a young father of a 3-year-old and a worker in Maine. He was not the person that ICE agents were looking for, yet he was shot and killed during an enforcement operation. He was shot in his head and face. His child and the mother of his child were present and witnessed his murder. Tonight we honor not only those two, but all of those killed directly by ICE or while under custody of ICE by reading their names. We've distributed their pictures. If you hear their name and you would like to, please lift up their picture to acknowledge them. We've also passed out a list of the children that have died in ICE custody. The children range in age from 19 months to 16 years old. There are 8 children that we know of at the time that I copied these papers. I've since learned that there are more. I heard a story about a little 5-year-old that has been in the concentration camp for over 100 days. They allow her to spend 1 hour a day looking through glass at her mother, and that's it. There are over 3,800 children locked up in ICE concentration camps. So we are calling these centers exactly what they are. We realize there have certainly been others that we're unable to acknowledge. Now, if an immigrant held by ICE dies within 30 days of their release, they are not required to report it as a death. So we can imagine without difficulty that others are released when it's too late to receive the care that could have saved their lives. These victims are then not counted as deaths under ICE custody. These victims' families and communities deserve the truth, deserve transparency and accountability. We gather today to mourn, to tell the truth, and to insist that no government agency is above accountability. We call for independent investigations, the release and protection of witnesses, and an end to local collaboration that enables ICE to operate without meaningful oversight. We demand that Congress act.
Yes.
May all of the victims' memories be a blessing. May their families be surrounded by love and protection. And may we have the courage to seek justice and build a country where every family can live without fear.
Hear, hear.
Yeah.
We have a couple of short quotes that will be read, and then Emily will read each adult name aloud while James plays the guitar for us. Afterward, we would ask you to leave your flower and your papers in the little area down there where the signs are. We'll make a little memorial for each of the victims. And in advance, we thank you so much for coming. The things we ask of you is that you continue to contact your government. Be loud, be a voice that demands being heard.
Martin Luther King said, "Returning violence for violence multiplies violence."
adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars.
And Tom Harkin said, "We will win this struggle, not for glory, nor wealth, nor power, but for justice, for freedom, and for peace." Hey, you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to try to pronounce these correctly. I know I won't do it perfectly. So these are the lists of the adults we know so far that have been killed by ICE. Juan Herrero Coronilla Duran, Jesus Manuel Anares Silva, Johann Sebastian Guerrero, Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, Felix Alporta Rodriguez, Mamuka Archmeladade, Orlin Hernandez Reyes, Ahmed Darmian Covelo Betancourt, Alejandro Cabrera Clemente, Jose Guadalupe Ramos Solano, Royer Perez Jimenez, Mohamed Nasir Paktawayar, Irvin Cruz Nape, Daffy Kel, Emmanuel Damas, Heman Parshasnas, not sure, Alberto Gutierrez Reyes, Durrell Armin Shah Alam, Caro Garcia Hernandez, Linda Davis, Ward Sim, Alex Pretty, Bear Sanchez Dominguez, Victor Manuel Diaz, Karate La, Renee Nicole Good, Luis Beltran Yanes Cruz, Luis Gustavo Nunez Caceres, 4 unidentified women, Keith Porter Jr., Nenko Staneves Donchev, Dalvin Francisco Rodriguez, Fuad Saeed Abuduperir, John Wilson Brutus, Isis Sanchez Barboza, 1 unidentified man, Shiraz Fatahali Sashwani, Pete Sumalo Montejo, Francisco Gaspar Andres, Randall Cambodia Esquivel, Kai Yin Wong Ye, Gabriel Garcias Aviles, Jose Castro Rivera, Hassan Ali Mod Saleh, Leo Cruz Silva, Habing Z, Miguel Antel Garcia Medina, Norian Guzman Fuentes, Ismael Ayala Uribe, Santos Vanegas Reyes, Silviero Viejas Gonzalez, Oscar Rascon Duarte, Lorenzo Antonio Petres Vargas, Carlos Roberto Montoya Valdez, Xiaofeng Yi, Tien Wan Fan, Gami Alanas Garcia, Isidro Perez, Johnny Noviedo, Jesus Molina Vella, Abelardo Avianeda Delgado, Marie Anne Blaise, Non Yok Nenguin, Brian Rayo Garzon, Ruben Ray Martinez, Juan Alexis Tinio Martinez, Maskim Perniak, Ruiz, Jason Dehine, and Gentry Donado Ruiz Nguyen. So we're aware of over 70 adults and over 8 children. And like I said, we know that there are more, but they're not being reported now. So we want to thank you so much for coming and for remembering these victims. Contact your government, let them know that, we the people know that it's wrong and we know what they're doing and we want to hold them accountable. If everyone would take their flower and their pictures down to this little courtyard, we'll leave them as a little memorial. And thank you so much for coming.
Might need to sit rocks on.
Need to put rocks on them.
Yeah.
Or your flower.
Yeah, if the flower will hold it down. Let's see, I'll stand back here so people can see. We've got a nice little turnout here for the vigil. Those just coming in, we had someone playing a guitar while somebody else named off all the people who have been murdered by ICE agents. And now we have pictures of them all printed out. And we are making a little memorial over here with flowers on the photos. Yeah, I'm gonna walk this way. Let's walk over here and check out these signs while everybody's putting their flowers up. Some people spent quite a bit of time making these.
What are you doing? You think all this is going to get better? My oldest almost is.
There we go, Coward Ice. I like that one. Yeah, we'll go down this way and see how the little memorial spot's looking. And actually, we've got people. There's not going to be enough room to sit all the individual people who've been murdered, their pictures out side by side. We're fitting as many there as we can. We've got flowers on them. These are all people with families. A lot of them had children. Some of them were children.
Yeah. Well, I'd love the climate change. I buy the pills from all for twice a year.
So they saved the roof.
Stream. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stream. It will be available later for replay if you do want to hear the beginning of it where they were listing off the people who were, what happened to them. And you can hear the music and stuff that was playing. But again, thank you guys for,